You know, a little bit of an on-screen, on-camera update to a video I did about, I talked about, basically asked a question of Irma being mutated into Mona Lisa. Now that we've seen the new Irma, or this new 2012 to 2014 Irma, finally debut officially on the show. And the reason I asked that question is because let's face facts, folks. Let's face honest facts. I mean, if you're a longtime fan like I am, and even though you may not watch this version of the Turtles, even though it's overly popular with the fans, long term and new, the one thing that anybody has noticed is this show is unpredictable at times. You don't know what this show is going to do. You don't know what the creators, the writers of this show are going to go, or what direction they're going to go in, what they're going to do. You know, there are some things that have happened in this show, in this version of the Turtles, in this new generation of Turtles, that no one has ever seen coming. You know, no one ever thought April's dad was going to get mutated. No one saw that coming. No one still has any understanding of what connection, what importance, what powers April may possess. You know, like, where did that come from? Kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, true. There's a lot of references, and I'm not denying that. There are a lot of references to previous incarnations before this one. But even though you've seen a lot of these strong references, you've seen this, you've seen that. I mean, everybody praises the fact that on the latest episode that came out on Sunday, that you had an homage to the live-action 1990 Ninja Turtles. You had that homage with Casey and Raph, and Casey seeing Raph on the rooftop, just like in the movie. And again, that's great and all, but yet, here's something that I never understood. Here's something yet I never understood. That out of all the incarnations of Casey, you're choosing this one to make him afraid of rats. That doesn't bode well with anybody, right? Well, maybe, maybe not, but still, it's like, well, what's the point of going in that direction? You see, these are things no one would see coming. Now, there's a picture up of what's going to happen to April, or is somehow connected to April in some way in a future episode. Now, nobody knows if this is her being mutated or this is just a clone of her. Some people pretty much have said it's a clone. And I could pretty much say that if they were going to mutate April, it wouldn't be in this kind of way. It'd be more of a straight up mutation if they were going to do it. They wouldn't do like this, like an abomination. But the point is, you never know what direction they're going to go in. And yeah, a lot of fans find that refreshing. I find that refreshing at times with certain franchises that can actually work with it. And maybe this does. But the point is, folks, the point I'm trying to get across is this creative staff on the new TMNT, on this new TMNT show, is unpredictable. Flat out. I think anybody can understand that. They are flat out unpredictable. Which is why I asked those questions. Which is why I asked the question of, will Irma be mutated into Mona Lisa? Because you don't know what these people are going to do. You know, they may say, you know what, fans want Mona Lisa, but how do we bring her in? Oh, I know. Let's turn Irma into Mona Lisa. Let's mutate her. Now, as I said in the audio video, that is a possibility, but as I said towards the end of it, I said there's the other possibility that they can bring in someone new, sort of like not a close friend, but sort of a good friend of April's and Irma's, and they could have her be mutated. Just saying. I'm just saying, I mean, take a look at how they mutate. They brought in a lot of these other old characters, like how they've gone, the direction they've gone with Mutagen Man, and you know, how they've brought in Razar, and everything. I mean, these are new. I mean, even though these are characters we've been wanting to see, like Razar, he's an evolved mutation of Dog Pound, or whatever his name is, Dogface or Dog Pound. Heck, you got people saying that if they do. Heck, you have people saying, hey, if they go in the same direction with Fishface, that Fishface could be mutated into Armageddon, the shark. Yeah, Armageddon, the shark, if they want to go in that direction. The point I'm trying to say, folks, and I know I sound like a broken record here, and I apologize. But the point I'm trying to get across, us, if you will, is you don't know what this creative staff's going to do. Yes, I understand, and I even agree that they've done some good things. I'm not denying that. I mean, the show, as I've mentioned many times before, would not be running as long as it has been, or would not have gotten over as much as it has been, if it wasn't for the writing staff. You know, and if it wasn't for the creative staff, they wouldn't be getting over as they wouldn't be as popular as they are. But the thing is, folks, it's more along the lines of you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what they're going to do here. You don't know how they're going to reintroduce a character from the original series into this one. You don't know how they're going to do it. You don't know. They are unpredictable. You know, it's not like when you go to a wrestling event. Let's say you go to a SmackDown taping or an Impact taping, you know, and you're able to spoil and you're able to go online with your iPods or your Androids or your whatevers, your smartphones, and be able to say, okay, this is what's happened, this is what's happened, this is what you're going to see, this is what you're going to see. It's not like you can go and do that with this show. Here, it's more like of a guessing game. I mean, you're very lucky at times if you even get a chance. I mean, you're very lucky if by chance. You know what I mean? If by chance information gets leaked. You're very lucky if it does. But the point is, folks, I ask that question because when I look at this show, as good as it may be, and as over as it may be with a lot of new fans and longtime fans, and, you know, there's a lot of other longtime fans like myself that have a mixed reaction towards it, and there are a lot of longtime fans that don't watch it because we've all pretty much agreed, liking it, mixed or not, that the writers, the creative staff behind it are unpredictable. And you never know. You know, you never know what they're going to pull out of their hats. You never know what crazy idea they may do. I mean, you have one person rumoring, saying that, oh, over at the Nickelodeon forums, you have a rumor going around that Karai might get mutated into Venus. Venus, a character that one of the co-creators of the Turtles says he wants nothing to do with anymore. One doesn't want to acknowledge her existence. And yet, there's a rumor flying around over there, apparently, false or not, that Karai is going to could be mutated into Venus. You see, even if that's a rumor, or that's just somebody saying, or that's just a rumor, or that's just something being tossed around, it shows you the fact that this show is unpredictable. Now, I understand a lot of you say, well, it'd be unnecessary if they did it to Irma. It's like, why would they have to do that? Well, one, it's their ideas. If they want to go in that direction, they're going to go in that direction. You know? I mean, come on. Here's the thing. When it was announced that Nickelodeon, Viacom, if you will, excuse me, that's my stomach there. But when it was announced that Viacom, Nickelodeon, had bought the rights to Ninja Turtles and were going to create a new Ninja Turtle series, did anybody, and I mean anybody, when that first broke, that a new Ninja Turtle series was coming, a CGI one was coming, did anyone, for the life of me, for the life of themselves, did anyone ever see, and this is a fact, did anyone ever see them turning Casey, Karai, and April into teenagers? Did you guys see that? Did you see them doing that to Irma? No, you didn't. No one saw that coming, but when it happened, yeah, people got a kick out of it. People gave it a chance, and it became a success. But still, nobody saw it coming. And that's what I'm talking about here. Nobody knows what these people are going to do. That's why I asked the question. That's why anybody asks those questions. Whether they like the show, they have a mixed reaction towards the show, or they don't like it, they want to know, hey, what are they going to do next? Because I didn't see this coming, I didn't see that coming. I mean, like I said, it goes back to Dogface or Dogpound, whatever his name is, mutating into Razar. I mean, nobody saw that coming. Nobody. Or even April's dad being mutated into what he was. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody sees the possibility of Donatello getting mutated into a bat temporarily. If that's the case. Nobody knows. Even if it's a dream or whatever they're going to go through. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows what this creative staff is capable of. And yeah, that could be a good thing in the long run for any kind of show, and even this show, but it all depends, though, on how fans receive it, how fans take it to heart. You see, just because it might be good from your perspective doesn't mean it's good from a fan's perspective. You know, that is why I said, that's why I asked that question. That's why I asked the question a couple months ago of, will April be mutated / transformed in the new series? That's why I asked that question, because, they want to pay homage to the original show, pay homage to the different incarnations of the franchise. Then guess what? The one way of doing that is to mutate, transform April, if temporarily, for one episode, maybe a two-parter. That's the only way. Or even in a freaking dream sequence, who knows? But that's the only way. But that would be not the only way, but that would be the only thing left for them to do, to pay homage, if you will, to the other incarnations. Because let's not forget, in the original series, what happened to her? She became a cat. She mutated into a cat woman. She temporarily became a queen wasp. She became a fish woman. And then, in the final season of the 2003 to 2009 series of TMNT, Back to the Sewer season, she temporarily transformed into a huge ass, excuse my language, Lord, but a freaking huge yin-yang monster. What does that tell you there? It tells you that it tells you that would be the one last thing this incarnation would have to do. But will they? And that's why I asked that question. That's why anybody asks these questions. That's why I asked if Irma would be mutated into Mona Lisa, because I think, knowing this show, knowing how unpredictable the writers are, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're capable of. So, to me, You know, it's like the old saying of, don't shoot the messenger, don't shoot the questionnaire, don't question whether or not I'm pimping out my videos, because I'm not. I'm sharing my thoughts. Basically what I'm saying, folks, is we don't know exactly what the creative staff on TMNT 2012 to currently is capable of. Basically, the creative staff of Nick's TMNT is unpredictable. End of story. So that is why I ask those questions. That's why anybody asks questions when it comes to this kind of stuff. So let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to you later. I am out. God bless.